And good morning, Scotty Ray and Odie, as we begin our day. And they're back.
Oh, both of them in person, live on air.
Y'all doing all right?
Absolutely.
I believe you got somebody grumpy next to you because she didn't have any coffee.
No coffee.
I don't have any coffee.
And you're refusing to drink my coffee. What's
I'm
wrong?
not refusing. It's just my morning got all messed up, and things were out of order, and I didn't get my coffee.
She said something about her eyebrow pencil.
I borrowed Greg's
or something. I give her a Sharpie. She didn't like that.
This is the best ambition in life that you can have. It really is an attitude changer.
Well, Odie did an excellent. I don't know what his recipe is because usually, he'll rerun them grounds until it don't even change the color.
Well, we didn't have any used ones left.
But this is fresh. It's actually good coffee.
And I tell you, Julia, if coffee doesn't do it, there's one thing that will do it on top of that, and that is a good cold Coca-Cola.
Are y'all advertising for Coca-Cola?
Absolutely.
I've already had mine, and it's empty.
And it's empty. He's a diet.
Well, somebody's just going to make me a coffee on the next break because I don't know how to use Scotty Ray's little machine.
I know
it's hard.
It's gotten technological?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's what he said.
You can't just make a cup of coffee no more. Now you got to program it, and you got 3 different sizes. It'll do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Hey, and don't hit the big button if you got a little cup.
We're getting closer to that George Jetson
one time.
Coffee pot
3 times you figured that out.
And the question, I'm still hooked on. I have a particular brand. And I bought that little pod thing where I put it in. Y'all are using the pre-made. Do y'all like the pre-made or your own type coffee and this stuff?
I like a percolator.
Percolate. You and my mama.
That's exactly.
I've still
I
got
like somebody to hand me my coffee. That's the coffee
just
I like.
hand it to you.
Naturally.
You like to go to the drive-thru and order it.
Yeah.
Do you get
PJ's
a coffee or do you get one of them fancy
One of them floppe, hotte, latte.
I've got a couple of different
Duper
orders,
with
but
some cream.
one of them is just like a coffee with.
I went with somebody and they handed me. I wanted a cup of coffee and it had like whipped cream in it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't want nothing in my cup. I just want a cup and coffee. Don't mess it up.
You didn't see Festus around the campfire with that, did you?
That's right. Well, if you get hooked on all these condiments that they put in there, and then you get somewhere and they don't have it, but if you just drink black coffee, pretty much you can find that anywhere.
Now, I was in the middle of Texas somewhere, and I went into an office.
That's a long way away.
It was. It was in the middle of nowhere. And they were taking hot chocolate and coffee and mixing it and then taking caramel flavoring and dumping in it.
What is that called? That's called something.
That's one of them floppe,
Is it a mocha?
lattes or something.
I think it's a mocha.
Have you had one of those iced coffees?
No.
Yeah, I don't like that. Coffee's
no.
supposed to be hot.
Yes, it is.
No.
That's like a mental. That's as bad as taking a cup and putting it up to your lips and thinking you have sweet tea, and it's that
and
other
it's
stuff.
kerosene.
Yes, sir. Yes.
What's the other stuff? Unsweet.
Unsweet.
Oh,
we had. Where were we this week?
I don't know, but you like.
thing.
I do know, and you like to spit tea on me.
Yeah. It was. Pardon me.
Why didn't
I
you?
like unsweet tea. I like
You
it.
would have deserved it.
Well, I've got where I have to drink the unsweet tea, but
I like
don't
unsweet
like
tea.
it.
They told me that, but they said 30 years was the most I had, and I'm trying to live up that last 30 years the best I can. If I make
put
it
that
that way.
fake sugar
There's a
in it.
good chance that when you go, it won't be because of sweet tea.
I've seen y'all eat.
I'm just saying. Sweet tea's the last of your problems.
You may have a point, Greg.
I've seen y'all eat. I don't know what the doctor ordered Scotty Ray, but he ain't doing it. I don't think. I can't.
Well, there's probably some of that stuff. I'm supposed to be eating baked chicken, I think.
We need to go.
And it
talk
ain't
to
bad
Shay.
if you pour gravy on it.
We need to go talk to Shay about what Scotty Ray's really doing.
And I'll be honest about this. I have never, up until I had this major heart problem there of the attack there, and they lay you on the table, I have never taken medicine in my life. And now they expect you to do it every day.
Every day.
And I missed 2.5 weeks worth of medicine.
I have a tackle box,
How'd you
and
miss
that's
it?
my medicine box. Because he don't think about
I
it.
ran out, and
you just
it was
never got around to it.
Yeah, and I didn't know who to call, so I finally was driving down North Hill Street. And I thought I need to go see Shay.
He stays so busy chasing ambulances.
I was about to say, you find every wreck in town, but you can't figure
Can't
out.
find a doctor.
I got news for Dr. Haley will take care of you.
And they
That's
did.
my
They called
buddy.
it in for me, and I finally got it. And I think I took this morning. It's hard to remember to do it.
Dude, that's
You do it religiously?
I'm not gonna miss my medicine.
Greg got him in his pocket now.
I
bet.
do. I got medicine in my pocket now. I'm gonna take my heart medicine, and then I take my I have my apple cider vinegar and my
What's that do for you?
vitamin C.
Oh, that
It's supposed to
opens up your
cholesterol and
arteries.
your A1C.
Yeah.
Now,
It's a
that
lot easier than diet and exercise. You just take the apple cider vinegar, your A1C goes down. I mean,
Yeah.
it
With
works.
some honey and cinnamon.
Now that's that girl that dances in the street singing about her A1C.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
but they're using medicine to bring it down. This is all natural.
See, I don't have to take anything. I'm a witch. I'm 632 years old.
Greg, didn't you save RW's life with medicine in your pocket?
Matter of fact, I have a little bottle of nitroglycerin I keep in my pocket, and my friend, I use that term loosely, was having a heart attack, looked like Fred Sanford out wallering around in his yard clutching his chest, and I gave him one, and you're correct. The doctor at the ER told him, more than likely I saved his life.
That's a good deed there. That's kind of like that
Taking care of
episode. What
I know. Well, he's building a monument, supposed to be a statue of me in his yard, but I mean, Kyle said he just hadn't got around to ordering it yet. So.
What? But y'all remind me of this. Wasn't there an episode of Little House on the Prairie where Charles had to leave home and they were delivering nitroglycerin or something?
Yes, the old wagon, bumpity bump bump. Yeah.
Isn't that stuff explosive?
Oh,
Doesn't it?
yeah, very much so.
Okay. All right. Y'all just be careful with what you take out there. Don't take a overdose of that.
That's right.
But it will save you, and it comes in those little bottles there.
I've been very blessed. I've never had to take one, but that's one of the first things I put in my pocket is that little bottle of nitro.
Never know, do you?
Yep.
Julia, this is going to become part of your life one day. Oh, yeah.
I'm not
they-
participating.
I
I just
don't-
find it shocking you're so prepared with the nitro in your.
I do.
But then I have seen you eat lunch.
Yeah, but if I
You
can,
could, there's some
if I can eat,
preventative measures.
if I can eat what I want and carry a little bottle of pills, that's a whole lot easier
Yeah, it is.
than eating
right.
rubber chicken and tasteless. I mean,
You can do whatever
If
you
there's
want.
anything in life, we all do know about good food. And
Y'all
we
are
do that.
experts.
Yeah,
Y'all, I
we do.
will.
We are.
Nobody can argue that.
The last stents I had put in, I asked, how long do they last? He said, well, back then I think I was 48 years old. He said,
Yeah.
well, you made it. I said, well, man, 96 sounds good to me. If these stents will last another 48, I'm good with that.
I don't take any of that medicine stuff. I'm not big on.
It will
on
come.
that.
Yeah.
It will come. And mine came out of nowhere. I didn't know I was even sick. You just start one day going, boy, that sure is a long way over there to that table. I think I need to sit down and rest while I'm.
Well, I tell you, I thought I had a toothache. I mean, my jaw hurt. I did not present with the common. And with that being
Right.
said, free public service message: if you think something's wrong, please go get it checked out, because everything, the heart attacks that happen, it's not like you see on TV with Fred Sanford grabbing his chest. I mean,
Yeah.
my arm never hurt,
Mine
none of
either.
that. I mean, just all of a sudden I got nauseated, thought I had food poisoning, thought I had a toothache, and had
and-
4 blockages.
Mine was just one of those things. I was tired, but they tell me that with ladies, it is totally different. Like you could have a pain in your belly button and it'd have something to do with it. I'm just warning
But
you.
how are you not tired? You ain't slept since 1983.
That's true.
We got a lot going on. We're going to tell you about a few accidents where some traffic is blocked this morning in downtown Meridian. It's going to mess up your travel on your way to work if you travel by that tunnel. We got pictures. We'll show you all that next at the Scotty Ray Report.
2024 Kia Sportages have rates as low as 0.9%. The 2024 Kia Sorento has interest rates as low as 0.9%. We've got 2024 Kia Fortes for as low as $349 a month. $349 a month. Come see us at Kia of Meridian.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, Talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, we'll travel.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back.
Thank
as
you very
Odie,
much. This is
our
black.
connoisseur of great coffee, is around delivering coffee to everybody.
Yes. We had to take care of our special people here.
I think she's
Of course, you didn't fix
And
it
then
right.
look at that. I didn't put nothing
She
in it.
gone.
I'll be back.
You gotta have sugar in your additives to make sure it's right.
I stuck my finger in it. That ought to
A
be
little
sweet
sugar
enough.
sure wouldn't hurt her.
Let's go to downtown Meridian and show you what it looks like near the Meridian Public Library, or is it the Lauderdale County Library? It's the
It's
Lauderdale.
the Meridian, Lauderdale County.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was halfway right. Here's a above view of
Good
what's going on there.
grief.
You can't park there.
Not that way.
Boy. So what we're going to have is here by Webb Funeral Home is going to be blocked, and then the next street, which is 6th Street, is going to be blocked as you're going toward the tunnel out of downtown Meridian.
Did you see what they're having to deal with while they go to lift this thing?
I'm
Power
looking.
lines should be
Power
everywhere.
lines everywhere. right there.
Everywhere. I'm not going to say it can't happen. Don't ever say it won't happen to you. But how do you turn over an 18-wheeler? How do you get going fast enough to
There.
even turn that? Oh,
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions.
I do too. Look at this. And this is full of scrap metal is what is involved with this.
At 5 o'clock in the morning?
Actually, it was 4 or something when
I'm
the,
just curious
the
why he's
bells.
right there. Where are you going on 26th Avenue?
Because you can't fit through that tunnel.
Well, you got to get going very, very. And I almost made it.
You can get there.
There's another view, and then here's a from the parking lot view of that. So a mess downtown Meridian this morning.
Was somebody arrested at that scene?
I think someone was taken into custody. A little talk with. We don't know if any charges have come out of this, but we do think someone has went for a ride in the back of a patrol car.
And if you're headed to Meridian on 145, the red lights are already up and working.
Already?
6:15 they were. And again, we all fuss about delays, but we also fuss about the conditions of our roads.
Yep.
They're,
It's temporary.
It's going to be a whole lot better. They're going to repave
Yeah.
from the Clark County line to the interstate, and then I think they're going from the Clark County line all the way down past Clarko.
Is that NDOT?
Yeah, it's going to be better. We just got to be patient.
Somebody call Nick and ask him if I can borrow one of those judge outfits, and just in case in the middle of the night when I have to jump up, I need to wear a robe. I had to leave last night to go check out. We had us an incident right there in front of Queen City Truck Stop. Let's take a look here. This is the scene last night.
Wow.
5 people were taken to a hospital that were in this car. The person that was sitting here, seatbelt, A-OK, believe it or not. But they were taken for, let's play this where you can get a good look of what went on here.
Wow.
As the
One
front's
car
damaged.
accident?
No, it was 18-wheeler.
See that
involved.
truck parked right there? He sort of wanted their lane, from what I understand. It was as we all, when you're past blind spot.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why you got to get up and around.
Yeah.
You can't ride beside them, and you make me crazy when you do that.
Be careful.
Look at this. Now, this was an out-of-county, Scott County car. Let me pause it right there. Y'all look at that. That's dangerous.
You think?
They had several ambulances respond to the scene. And again, it was all precautionary. No serious injuries, but that could have been way worse.
A lot of bad wrecks here lately.
Yeah.
I mean, let me ask this. Do you think, I had a lady approach me yesterday.
Okay.
Do you think there's more wrecks now than there used to be, or do we just have better reporting?
We just got it
I'm
right.
serious.
That's
I mean,
genuine.
since Henry Ford made the automobile, when you put more than one on the road,
Yeah.
the potential for accident happens.
Yeah.
But I often wonder, because it seems like we hear more and more about severe accident. are there more wrecks, or is it just better reporting?
Scotty Ray just
I think
figured out how to
some of
use an
the-
iPhone.
Here lately, I think is some of the reporting, but I also think that here's the government overreach in my eyes. I understand that you're trying to keep safe. It's kind of like NASCAR. When you went to Talladega, when they said run what you brung,
Yeah.
you had some wrecks.
And there was separation.
But they were separation. But now you put them up there, they all ride together. You have a wreck and it takes out 3/4 of the field. That's what's happening on our interstate. All your trucks are governed at what, 62?
Yeah.
So they try and pass. They're stuck beside each other. Traffic builds
It
up
might
behind
take them 20 miles to pass
By the
each
time
other.
they get through, now you've got everybody that's upset that's trying to run by them and squeeze by them. And that's when these trucks that can't stop
See?
run into them.
Hey, you turning this into a government conspiracy theory is really remarkable.
Did he answer the question?
No, but what he's saying makes sense. When everybody's running the same speed, you're going to bunch up.
gonna have
I
a wreck.
get that. I get
Yeah.
that. I could have just summarized it.
But you wouldn't have been
yeah.
as knowledgeable without my complete explanation.
I agree. I agree.
I was sitting over here going,
I'm so thankful.
What did he say?
But I
It
mean,
was up
it
here.
does. It seems like there's more and you know, a lot of folks blame cell phones.
I think that's a
people
big-
not paying attention.
That's
And
a
I
huge
also
one.
think how much nicer our vehicles are now. They basically drive themselves.
Some do.
We all grew up in a time when you had to drive that baby.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
never
yeah.
took your eyes off the
'Cause
road.
it had slack in the steering wheel.
because you had
whole
no
time.
power steering, 3-speed on the column, no power brake. I mean, you had to drive. Well, now you get in there basically and say, carry me to Walmart. I mean,
And who can forget? Let's stomp the Florida dim the lights.
Oh, yeah.
oh, absolutely.
That was that
I
a real
actually
thing?
had a 55 Chevrolet truck that had a starter button in the floor to the right of the gas pedal. You
I
cut the
remember
key on,
them.
push that button. So, yeah, vehicles have changed, but I do wonder if there's more wrecks or if we just hear more about
I'd
them
like to
now.
think I do better reporting.
I like to, yeah.
Well,
I think
that's
that's
got
it.
something to
and
do
you
with it.
usually don't
Yeah.
report on those that happen in Pennsylvania and Connecticut and all that, you know.
Exactly.
It's usually local, isn't it?
Yeah.
Way on top of it. Let's see what else is happening around the area. And again, we want you to be careful there. Expect delays with all of that as you coming into Meridian. Let's see, we got a missing person in Meridian. This is, he's been missing since September the 10th. Let me pull this up and show you a picture of this old boy. He's a big old boy. He's kind of hard to miss. 6'5". That's tall.
Good
That is tall.
Weighs 370 pounds. He's 48 years old. Here's a picture of him. Let me click on this. We can make this a little bit bigger here. He's last seen September the 10th driving a dark Jeep Cherokee with a compass in Meridian here. It was during Francine was the last time that he was seen. We've got numbers there for you to call, or you could inbox us if you've seen something. Maybe you've seen a Jeep that matches that description parked somewhere. Whatever the case is, let someone know, whether it's us, 911, or a family member that's listed there, because it's just bad not to know where
Is he
someone
from
is.
here?
Yes, works
Okay,
here in
so
Meridian.
he's from here, works here. Okay.
Yeah, that was the story I got. But that's a long time, because today is September the 20th. That's 10 days.
Yeah.
See how quick I was, that arithmetic?
I tell you what.
He got his
Them
shoes off
zeros,
counting.
them zeros on the end doesn't make it hard.
I didn't understand Odie, but boy, I caught on to that.
Well, you got your shoes off. You can do those multiplication tables now. Yeah. Well, you don't get all messed up with them 7 toes
As long
like
as it's
Julia.
time is one.
And
that'll be
Julie,
all right.
we have to say that y'all did a great job with Full Moon on the Rail. That was fun.
Well, and admittedly, we were trying to have it done as quickly as possible, and I was leaving town, so I was not there. But we've got a great group that does Full Moon, and
I heard it over and over and over saying, boy, it's a lot of room over here.
well, good news. Next month we'll be back there as well because of the work going on 5th Street. So this season we're moved to Full Moon on Rails, and the Railroad Museum I think is going to open up, and so you can go through that while you're at Full Moon next time too.
And if you've never been in that's really neat.
It is a really
I'm
neat.
not a
Have you ridden the
railroad
train?
buff, but that is really, really neat to see.
No, there was a weight limit, so he hadn't been.
And I meant to, somebody said, oh, that was below the belt.
That was a cheap shot.
Cheap.
cheap shot.
But I got a video sent to me this week of one of the kids that went in that was riding a little train. If you never let your kids ride that thing, it is neat as all get. I need to go back and
Lot of history with the railroad and Meridian. I'm gonna tell you, Meridian probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the railroad.
You're right.
Absolutely.
100%.
That's why we're here. But that there's a group down there at that railway museum that's done a wonderful job of
preserving.
Well, it's not a job; it's a passion with them, and you can tell the difference when somebody's just going to work and they enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah, it is. And if
That's like when they get where they don't ever show up and all that. You got to wonder.
You're right. It hadn't been here in how long?
I don't think she's been here since Christmas, has she?
I'm sorry, I'm a
jet-setting.
busy person.
Ever since she got that turbo broom, she gone.
We'll be right back. J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. Call us or visit parisrents.com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Let's go to Neshoba County. Something about white pickup trucks in the last couple of days have been bad. Let's go to Deemer Road, which is also known as County Road 505. Man, we had the Neshoba County Sheriff's Department on the scene.
Yeah.
God.
Y'all look at this.
That's bad.
Head-on collision. Look at this. Right front tire, left front tire, gone. I can tell my left and rights. Big lick here. Let's take a look here what else we've got.
A lot of wrecks.
And then here's the other car that was involved in that.
Holy smokes.
Look at that, Batman.
Man.
Wow. That's a Beamer schnitzel,
It
too.
had one of those stickers that said "POW" written all over it.
It did. Now, we have no idea what caused the accident. We don't know whose fault. We're not going to guess all of that. But just keep in mind, 2-lane roads, this can happen at any given time. It's dangerous out there. And that road is, if you're trying to go, all right, where is that? You come into Philadelphia, the hospital's on your left.
Yeah.
If you take a left at the stop sign and go up and take a left, that's Deemer Road.
Okay. Like you're going back in there toward warehouse.
Yeah, yeah. That direction there. So keep it in mind that can happen at the blink of an eye. Let's see here. Look who was all out yesterday afternoon as we get here. Who is, let me get over here. I even saw.
Look at there.
Who's this hanging with?
The mayor has got old Percy hanging out with him.
You want to go ahead out on a limb and say it's the mayor's? Put an S on that?
Could possibly be.
I'm starting to see, we're a few months out from the political season officially getting underway, but man, I'm starting to see them all over the road there around
I talked
the area.
to Percy the other day. I saw him at the courthouse, and he said he can't wait. He's going to come on the show.
Well, good. I can't wait to talk to him there. We saw Visit Meridian. She was all over this. Miss Laura Carmichael down on the scene there. A lot of people. Let's just flip through here. Who else we can see here? Yeah, there it is.
Ramonde Walker. She's the president of your city council, and she brought greetings from the mayor of Meridian as well.
Yeah, I didn't see him there. As a matter of fact, now that she had to bring the greetings because he didn't
may
show.
have had a conflict. I don't know what his schedule is.
Sam's. Okay.
For once, no comment.
I'm so proud of you.
I did good, didn't I?
Oh boy. But
I
it
want
was.
to give a shout out. Went in Lowe's last night.
What happened?
Met a nice guy. Walked up, said, "Hey, I just want." First of all, I thought I might have lifted something and didn't mean to. He comes up and he says, "I want to introduce myself." He said, "Watch y'all every day." He said, "I love Fridays." His name was Jason. So
Well,
he had a
thank you.
couple of kids, and when they were getting ready for school, he always watched the show. And I mean, it does. I mean, it does your heart good when people come up and say, "Hey, enjoy watching y'all."
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Odie, and so of course he said, his favorite day was when that girl was on here. But,
There she is.
It
In
was
whatever
a
form-
rare appearance.
In
It's kinda
whatever
like,
form she's in.
I'm coming. I'm going to be here 2 weeks
Kind
in
of
a
like
row.
seeing a Sasquatch or something. I mean, that's not a good analogy, but a rare sighting.
This is why This is why I'm not regularly here.
But anyhow, I appreciate him introducing himself. It's nice to see
And
folks.
we're all out at lunch a lot, and we certainly appreciate it every time somebody comes up and speaks. We cannot say thank you enough to each and every one of you that do that. Thank y'all so much.
Y'all
Don't hesitate.
what makes
Stop,
the world go
talk to
round.
us.
We appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Nobody
is.
speaks to me.
Because you're never here. You're always in Connecticut, Ohio, kind of like that Johnny Cash song. I've been everywhere, man.
I really have here lately. I feel
Do
like
y'all
it.
realize how close we're getting to this? This is one of the biggest deals that happens in Meridian as we get ready for it. It's be right around the corner. Hope y'all can make buds and burgers.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's
Quick,
October 12th.
Not only that, we've got Christmas stuff out at a lot of the stores, too.
And for those of you who don't know, Greg is passionate
Love
about
Christmas. Love
Yes,
it.
he is.
Hey, 5 o'clock
I
this
can't wait to
morning.
get my present.
I hollered in there at old Alexis and told her to play Christmas music.
Yeah.
Max volume just to aggravate my wife. I love
Ain't
it.
nothing like it is.
I love it.
Talking about that Fall Fest, that's going on October 12th from 2 to 9 p.m.
Something else happening?
Yes, because that day for lunch, come by Sukalina Fire Department. We got our annual
That's
fish fry
right.
from
And
11 to
chicken.
2. And chicken. And we're giving
chicken.
away gift certificates, not sure the denomination, to,
You missed the meeting.
Yeah.
what's the...
Rock
Rock House Trading Post and the back porch. So we've got some stuff we're giving away. We'll let you know where the tickets are available to get. But man, that's one full day, October 12th. Sukalina, then downtown Meridian.
That Buds and Burgers is fun. I know they've got. I think they've still got room for teams and stuff. I've competed in it before with the office that I worked at, and but
You didn't cook?
yeah, I did. I cooked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
I need
a,
to do my Blue Moon burgers.
what's
You
a
ever
Blue
had a
Moon
Blue
burger?
Moon burger?
No, I heard Blue Moon,
Got blue
Kentucky.
cheese on it or something?
Blue cheese, take your 2 patties, make them very, very thin, and in the center, take a dollop of whipped cream, a little whipped cream,
Sour cream? Okay.
a little onion, a little
already
Yeah, they're
blue
out.
Sour
I'm in.
cream and blue cheese,
blue
I'm
cheese
out.
crumbles,
I'm
and
out.
chopped up tomatoes. And oh man, it's
That sounds like a lot, but I'm
fine as
interested.
frog's hair.
I love blue cheese.
I've never.
You don't like it?
Well, again, I mean,
I like, what is that when I go out on a limb, that cheese?
Cheeseburger.
No.
yeah, that's stepping out
It's
for
that
him.
fold over thing with cheese and chicken. That's what-
Every Mexican restaurant in Meridian knows when he comes in, he ain't got a clue.
That's true. That's true.
What is it, Odie? The foldy over?
Foldy over with cheese and chicken.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you,
When they
you
say
have to.
quesadilla, he goes, no, it's not.
But he makes that hand motion like the little
Yeah,
kids
it was-
clapping in first grade.
The last one we went to, they said, let me just call Tino.
That ain't no joke. The guy gets on his phone and calls the other
You
restaurant.
should just take a picture of the plate next time you,
You know,
get
I
it.
did that last time.
And he
We don't know what.
misplaced the picture.
It's tough being me. And
I bet.
y'all don't
Tough being
know.
his friends.
It's very simple. Very simple.
I really like when I go in a
Cowboy
restaurant.
hat,
I don't like
fold it
hearing what the special of the day is because I kind of know what I want, and I don't want to because everybody's menu is different. I want to just be able to talk to said waiter and say, I would like a steak with a salad, and I would like it medium, and put me some butter on that potato, and we're gonna be good. I don't want to look at your number ones and three. This is what I want.
The poor little waiter at Weidman's the other day walks up to the table and says, do you really want me to give you the specials? You know he's wasting his time because he's going to have butter beans, peas, cornbread, and pork loin.
There you go. That's what I want.
And like that old comedian, he said, I was standing behind a lady at the KFC and she stared at the menu. What are you staring at? They got chicken.
Exactly. Original or extra crispy?
They got chicken. Order or get out of the way.
We got a summons yesterday to come to the sheriff's office. And once getting there, I saw this fella here sitting up there, and that's Sheriff Ward Calhoun.
I like that. That's a lot better angle than the last time, where
up in
I
his
could
face.
make out the pores on
We
Sheriff's face.
employed like 10 people yesterday afternoon trying to figure out why that.
Did you use your microphone?
Well, we used a microphone, but it's been some technical difficulties, and we're working on that. I had a team of seriously about 7 or 8 people working on this yesterday afternoon trying to figure out why. And maybe we've got an answer. We need another press conference to try it again.
So what happened at the press conference?
You could hear it, but it wasn't great. Oh,
But what is that? Like the material?
I think she meant.
We would like for you to deliver the actual news,
Instead of your
Scotty Ray.
microphone coming loose.
Yeah.
There's no other network that has this much fun. I'm just letting y'all know.
That's right.
well, I looked over and there was chocolate chip cookies over the right, so that really messed
There
up
went
the
the
press
whole
conference.
press conference.
You know how people take goodies to the sheriff department?
Yeah.
Everybody was noticing that instead of paying attention to Ward.
So little Scotty left with chocolate all over his face.
Did you find out what Ward had to say?
We have had an issue of scammers, and
Okay.
they put this out of if someone calls you and says, look, we're coming to arrest you because there's a court order, and if you pay now, we won't come get you. It's all fake. And the numbers, they're good at this. They're scammers to where it looks like the sheriff's department on your phone is calling you. And it has been hitting, basically here the last few days, the medical field. And hitting doctors and people that work in the hospital industry. Hit them hard. And it's thousands upon thousands of dollars, and even getting people to go get use Bitcoin or to go get the credit cards, from the stores like a Visa card, and put money on those.
Yeah, you got to get the green
kidding.
dot or the
Yeah.
Bitcoin. And let me tell you, I'm sorry. Well, I don't want to say this. But how many
We wanna
people?
say
Buckle up.
How many people out there really think that the government's going to say, "Go get me a special credit card," or "Go get that new fandangle Bitcoin to pay your fine"?
But
with?
you got to back up and think there's a lot of people that never talk to anyone like that, and they get a phone call like that, and they think it's legit. On the other side of it, they just never hear from anybody or go to the
I'll write a
courthouse.
check, send one of your deputies to come pick it up.
Well, when they get to talking to me about owing them money and I tell them who all I owe, they feel sorry for me and mail me a check.
That reminds me, I need to.
buddy.
And as Ward put out at the end of this is most likely going to be in another country. You will never get your money back. There is the federal government has not figured out what to do about this yet.
And he did say, how much was it that they were up to? About $30,000 that has been given to these people
in Lauderdale County
and
alone.
that's why they keep doing it, because they just made $30,000
For doing
in Lauderdale
nothing.
County. Yeah, for scamming people. $30,000.
That's why I don't have credit cards, debit cards. No.
Hey, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
A friend of mine says they're being very harsh on you, and I feel like I need to protect you.
For what? For what?
Just because
She
you had
said,
chocolate chips all over
Debbie
your
is
face.
speaking up. She says y'all being hard on me.
Well,
Debbie.
we go around
I've seen
town with
her-
Scotty Ray sometimes, and everybody just tells him how wonderful he is.
Oh, yeah.
And so we gotta, bring it back down a little bit.
Right. She was
Coming
at the
up-
Mexican restaurant last night.
Boy, it's good stuff, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Very good. The
And it's
old
gonna-
Maria's there by
Yes.
the Walmart.
Going to
Very
be called
good.
Rigo's.
Rigo's.
like
Super nice people.
Same people, or
No,
Been bought out.
okay?
Been bought out. Very, very nice, but good food. Good food. 'Cause I'm a connoisseur of good food.
We-
Have
And
you
they
been by
do-
there to see if they have the-
They do the flippy over thing.
Matter of fact, I took a picture of it.
you know where it's at?
They're redoing the menu. They're going to call it the Scotty Ray.
We'll be right back. We had a shooting in Clark County last night. We still got to talk about that. Plus, we're going to do a little history here for you.
Yay.
As we head that way. All on the way here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Tired of buying cars with no warranty? Are you worried about your car breaking down? Come see us at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, the only dealership in Meridian that gives you a 7-year unlimited mileage powertrain warranty on qualified new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Buy with confidence. We'll take care of you for 7 years, new and used, at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Bittersweet Crossroads in downtown Enterprise has new hours for summer. Monday through Friday, 8 until 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 until 5 p.m. A great sandwich shop where they make their own honey mustard. Come try a sub or wrap today. They make some of the best homemade frozen custard with hot fudge drizzle. For specialty coffee, frozen custard, sandwiches, and ice cream, it's Bittersweet Crossroads, Highway 11 South, downtown Enterprise. 601-453-4009. Hey, welcome back. We just got slammed by
just a little bit.
Shot.
Yeah.
I was laughing at Greg's commercial where he picks up the ice creams like
It wasn't
like
ice
this.
cream. It was a moon pie.
Whatever.
It was good, too.
At the Bittersweet Enterprise, might I add, they got a mean fried bologna sandwich.
They said, "Have you never seen that commercial?" And I said, "No, I don't watch y'all."
All right, here we go. We don't have a buzzer, but pretend y'all have a buzzer. We've got the top 5 answers chosen here.
Okay.
Name the number one thing a funeral director would hate to discover about a body that they're about to bury.
And it's alive.
Well, that's number one.
That's number one. So you win.
Keep going.
Okay.
Oh.
Do I need to-
automatically,
So that's the number one answer there.
Okay.
You also had that it's missing. That was
Okay,
in
that
there.
would be bad.
Wrong name.
person.
Yeah,
Wrong
name.
person.
But you talking about the alive? Do you remember what was the story where they used to bury them with,
With
a
the
string
bell?
tied around their finger, and they would have a bell, the bell ringers?
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Because they were some kind of drug or some kind of.
I would make them.
They would think they were dead,
Yeah.
and they'd bury them. And they opened
after a couple of
caskets where there was
days-
claw marks where they had. That's
Let me see if y'all do good on this one here.
Okay.
This is one of those family feud questions. I'm looking for the number 3. The first 2 are pretty easy here. Name something that a wife would turn on just to annoy her husband.
Vacuum cleaner.
I was going to say
Greg
lights.
gets it.
Lights.
Is that number
That's
3?
it. That's it.
And
Number 3.
I'm sorry, now you got
All
my
right,
blood
number
pressure.
one hadn't been picked yet.
He's already mad.
Darn Roomba. I cussed that thing till a fly wouldn't light up, and it never fails. 2,000 square feet, but it's coming to get under my chair when I'm trying to watch TV and get caught up. I hate a Roomba.
It's programmed.
Yeah, to aggravate
Well, if
the
you
crap out of me.
Vacuum.
It does.
And he don't know how to reprogram it, so he's
And the dog's scared of it, so there's that 100-pound dog in my lap, and then we
Shaking.
can't even hear Hogan's Heroes for that stupid Roomba.
I can picture it. I feel like this is a real scene.
And I don't like lights on either, by the way.
That was the number 4 that came in there that a wife would turn on to aggravate her husband. Number 2 was a radio, which nobody does that anymore. And TV comes in at number 1 thing to aggravate if you're trying to go to sleep.
Okay.
with
Well,
your
if
wife.
it's something stupid on TV.
That's
I don't
right.
like
It wasn't
that.
the neighbor was one of the choices.
Let it go, Odie. But did y'all's wives cut on lights, lamps?
Mine
and all
don't.
that?
Mine
I
loves
like
the dark.
light.
I
Yeah.
walked in the other day and said, "Is the light on in the back bedroom?" I said, well, no. Why? I said, well, that's one. Because every other light in the house is on.
I leave the house every morning just about before Tyler, and that's his big. That's all I'll hear from him is turn off the lights because
Thank you.
I leave
It
on
costs
closet.
money when a light is on. To me, I'm turning into my parents. I mean, really,
I mean,
you can see
You're
the
on
meat.
that progressive commercial
He
next,
sounds
aren't you?
pretty.
The
Get off the
meter is
lawn.
spinning. If you're not on, if you're not using it, cut the light off.
Saves a little energy there. I got one more for you before we get into
Oh, I thought this was real trivia.
let's see here.
Okay.
Name something, and we're gonna go for I guess the number 2 on here because these others are pretty
He's just
easy here.
making stuff
Name
up.
something people try to squeeze into.
Britches.
Clothes.
Number 1, that was number 1. What's the number 2 thing that people try to squeeze?
An elevator.
Oh, in my family, it's a car. Because if we all going somewhere, my aunts and cousins, we look like the clowns at the circus. Oh, we all go in mine. Well, there's 11 of us, and I'm sorry, you drive a Pinto. I mean, no.
You're real warm on that.
A bus, a subway.
Well, that's
subway.
a bus is
Taxi.
number 3.
They all have that in common.
We had this issue yesterday, as a matter of fact.
The cars are
Y'all
getting
had a
bigger
lot
and
of
these are getting
issues
smaller. The cars are getting bigger and these are getting smaller.
Where was that we parked where we couldn't?
Parking places.
That's it.
Lord, and we were between the lines.
Yes.
I promise, he was in the line.
And we had to get on some skinny pills to get out of the car.
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough.
I had a bottle of Pam cooking spray, and I had to lather up to get out.
I knew I smelled something.
That was what went on there. All right, let's get into a little bit of history today. Let's go back to 1934. One of the most beautiful women that was ever born arrived today.
What?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
1934?
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth Taylor.
You're close. She had a little. She even had a little bit more. I don't want to say down Elizabeth, but this lady was very classy.
Sophia.
Well, there you
Loren.
go. There you go. Sophia Loren. I want to say she has some perfume named after her, didn't she?
I don't know.
Might be glad you didn't agree to that contest for the Daisy Duke contest.
I wasn't going to agree to that. She cheats.
What was it? Some people say a man is made out of mud.
Oh, yeah. Same guy that did the one about the coal mine.
You're close there.
Got a state named after her.
They
A steak named after.
State.
will
State.
abreast of my soul. You load
Tennessee
Alabama.
Ernie Ford.
16 tons.
He also
What do
did
you get?
Shotgun Boogie.
There you go. I didn't know that one. 1955, he recorded this. This was huge, 16 tons.
Man, he had a voice, a very deep.
I owe my soul to the company
store.
And a lot of people felt that. And it was a home run for him.
Now, did he do Big John?
Big Bad John.
I don't know.
I don't think so. It's similar.
I'd ask you, but I know you don't know.
I don't know.
So
I can
we
read
have to
something
ask,
from
who
the
done
comments.
Big Bad John.
Somebody said he's from Mississippi. Is that true?
Well, the Tennessee Ernie Ford sort of gave that. Jimmy Dean done.
He would be Mississippi Ernie Ford if he was. Never mind.
I didn't know if it was his real name. I don't know.
Jimmy Dean done Big Bad John, and that was at the bottom of this mine lies a big man.
Yeah.
Boy, he belted that out, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It was 1957. This guy and a bunch of ladies would be named after this song. A guy named Buddy Holly come up with this tune. Think about what girls were named back in those days.
Ruby Sue, I don't know.
First
You're
in the
close.
middle, you're close with the middle name.
Yeah, you got the middle name right. My Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue.
That was huge, and it was a lot of babies' birth that got that name after that. Buddy Holly, a legend in his own mind there.
Waylon Jennings
Are we
gave
over
him
one
his
right now?
He sure did.
seat on the airplane.
All because of a little cold.
Yep.
Yeah. What'd you ask?
I said, are we 0-1 right now? You hadn't gotten one yet, have you?
I got that one. I said
No.
Sue. I think I
no.
This guy, 1968, they done a remake of it not long ago, and it was horrible.
did. Yeah.
It was on the same island as TC. It wasn't the same show. But
Magnum PI.
you're close. This would be the beginning.
Hawaii 5-0.
There you go. Jack Lord and the gang
We
premiered
would
today.
be 1-1 now, I think. I mean,
Okay,
since
there
we're
you go.
keeping score.
Dano in the background there.
Book 'em, Dano.
Book 'em, Dano.
I know LTD. I loved it.
Yeah, I know.
Throw that light up on the roof.
Had the hard top.
Oh yeah, book 'em,
And
Dano.
didn't Jack Lord drive a Grand Marquis? Isn't that what he had?
One
That
of them
black one?
did. Yup.
Yeah. Here he comes. It was 1962. This was known as the. We put because it was. I remember watching it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how
No,
to
you
describe
don't. You wasn't born in '62.
it. I watched the rerun.
Okay.
But
And the rerun is still going today.
because
Andy Griffith.
it's Andy Griffith,
Okay.
but it was the episode where Opie comes home and he's trying to tell his daddy there's a man in a tree. The guy.
Mr. McBeevy. He's got bells on his toes, and he's got a shiny silver hat. And he goes from tree to tree.
Yeah, you remember.
And he thought Opie was lying about it. And Mr. McBeevy gave him a quarter.
Sure did.
And he tried to prove where he got the quarter, and they went out looking for him, and that was the day he was off, so he wasn't there. Well, then he really thought Opie was lying.
He sure did.
But the guy, wasn't it Buddy Epson played Mr. McBeevy?
No, there's a picture of him. I don't know who that guy was.
That wasn't Buddy Epson. No.
Buddy
Epson played the bum at the railroad yard.
Did. Of how to steal.
Yeah.
But that was and then of course Andy felt bad about thinking that Opie had lied to him, and he had not. It was.
Hey, the best episode that kind of compares to that is when Opie wouldn't give any money to the church. They were taking up money or something, and Andy thought he was being selfish, and Opie was saving up because his girlfriend didn't have a coat.
And
winter was coming on, and Andy done put him to bed without supper and all that, and I'll never forget.
Man, I'm about to
there is a lesson in those shows, but Opie was he was worried about his little girlfriend didn't have a coat.
If you don't have access to the Andy Griffith Show, you can just ask Greg about any episode, and he can tell you every detail
you watch
of
Andy?
it. No, I don't.
This
watch
may be
Stephen.
the problem.
Yeah.
You got to sit around.
I don't have a problem.
I have the Andy Griffith board game. I have the Andy Griffith trivia. I got Andy Griffith now.
Clearly,
favorite show.
And the next time you plan a downtown event, they do have the Barney and the Andy people that come. That would be an attraction to bring to Meridian. Truly, it would.
Which one are you going to be?
Otis. No. But there is a lesson. Matter of fact, years ago, there was a Sunday school series of Andy Griffith that our church done.
I'd forgotten about that. If you don't own the box set, go find it. 1973, there would be a plane crash today. It would claim the life of a famous guy.
Leonard Skinner.
Well, you're not even close on that. But as we go to on the south side of town,
Leroy Brown.
Yeah.
He's bad.
Bad Leroy Brown.
We lost Jim Croce today. Operator. Y'all remember that?
He ain't the one that sang that song I can't stand about going across the desert with a horse with no name. Who was that?
America or something.
That was horrible.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I mean, if you're in the desert with a horse and you ain't got nothing else to do, name the horse.
Yeah.
I mean, Sandy. I mean, something. Come on.
Jim would be, and you don't spit in the wind, and you don't mess around with Jim.
That's right.
That was one of his other big ones.
Pull on Superman's cape.
That's right.
Yeah.
Somebody said there's a restaurant south of Jackson that's Andy Griffith thing.
Yeah, that's one with the cross in it.
Yeah.
I've
never heard of that.
It's got all kinds of stuff.
The buffet.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to, what is it, Mount Airy, North Carolina?
Yeah,
that's where it was
town.
filmed. That's cool.
The place is on 49, and it's a huge church steeple at the restaurant. Barry's, is that what it is?
Barry,
It might be Barry's.
I believe it is Barry's.
Yeah, that's got the big buffet and
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got some friends that used to go over and eat, and he always tell me, man, don't try to drive back.
Do y'all?
So
do
there's
you
a
have to call
Holiday Inn
ahead?
across the street.
Eat.
Eat, get a room, and crash.
Do you have to call ahead when you're going to a buffet?
No, they
give them a heads up.
They give me an estimate instead of a menu.
1973, we would lose one of America's favorite bartenders. He always had the answer to what was going on in Kitty's world.
Oh, Sam off of
passed away
Gunsmoke.
today. Glenn Strange. I didn't know that was his name until yesterday.
He played in some horror movies
He sure
in the
did.
50s and 60s.
Good actor there.
Yeah.
I'm having daydreams
About
about.
night things in the middle of the afternoon. Ronnie Millsap.
1975, it went number one on this day. We're not going to tell you what those daydreams were about. We're going to let you use your imagination.
Are you
just
drinking
waiting
coffee?
I'm
Got
waiting for y'all to-
lockjaw or what?
No. I'm just
Now, I can, as they said, guarantee that this was not your particular type of music. You may know this. What was their big song? Love will keep us together.
Yeah.
That's the only one that there was some more. Was there something about a mouse?
Mouse.
I remember that one.
the hints here are
The Captain and anybody?
Tennille?
Captain and Tennille?
That's him.
See, I don't.
They had their own
I don't
TV
have any
show.
idea what. I've never seen this before. in my
Love,
life.
you've never heard
Johnny
of them?
got it.
I don't think so.
They were during the 70s. That group was big as husband and wife team. I think he had to.
Well, let me
dump her
tell you
there
where I
after a
was in the
while.
70s. Not watching that.
She left the light on. Hush. Let's see here. He was protected. I was trying to figure out what this was about. I remembered it. It's somebody. The guy who played Leave It to Beaver. I finally figured this out. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wow.
Eddie?
But he wasn't the one that was.
Eddie Haskell,
Eddie Haskell.
Okay.
Right.
blonde-headed, curly-headed.
Yeah, the one that was always so polite to the parents.
to the parents, but he was a scoundrel.
Yeah.
Did you realize that he went on to become a police officer in real life?
Really?
Yeah, in 1980, he would be shot 3 times. Bulletproof
Really?
vest saved his life. I did not know that, but that's how it happened in 80. Wow. Learn something every day about that.
I still watch Leave It to Beaver. I like that.
Good little show there.
Yes, sir.
This kind of goes back to you wake up one morning and you have nothing left.
Divorce?
DIVOR.
You're close, but it would be put into a different
You didn't
terminology.
get the gold mine.
He's got the shaft. Jerry Reed.
It went number 1 today. If I'd have just learned how to cook.
What did he say? He was going to split it right down the middle, and I didn't know her half was that big. Said I wanted to do what was right.
Now,
Said, I'm eating bologna and paying alimony.
Speaking of country music, in 1984, we would lose probably one of the biggest songwriters there ever was. He was big. He wrote what we would call the biggest David Allen song that has ever been.
You don't have to call me darling.
That's it. Steve Goodman would die, and he mentions him in the song.
Yes, he does. When
Good
he
friend of
asked him
mine.
to write that other verse
Because he did not mention anything about mama.
about trains or trucks or mama
drinking.
or getting drunk.
It was all
I could do
do.
to keep from crying.
Steve Goodman passed away.
classic.
Yeah, I know that one. It is.
That song is just it, really. And you don't have to call me Charlie Price.
Do it
Boy,
again. Do the whole thing.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I just can't sing. I try, but I can't. This was I don't want to call it a wimpy show, but it was not it wasn't like
didn't
man.
watch
It wasn't like that. I
2.5 men.
that was big. That was manly compared to this. Who's the Boss premiered. Tony Danza. Yeah, he left Taxi and would stumble into this and work for the woman over there, and he was the cleaning dude.
Yeah, whatever.
I tell you, he didn't end up good.
Yeah, Okay, enough
All right,
about that show.
next.
Yeah, let's go to something
They don't
else.
like that one.
1984, this was big. Y'all remember the Cosby Show?
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you
Don't
something.
drink the Kool-Aid.
There was a lesson in those episodes too.
Yes,
I mean,
it
If you
was.
pay attention, that man. I don't know what he did later. Don't know
I
what he
do.
did doing that. And if he was guilty, fine. But I'm
He
just
was.
saying, if you watch that show,
It
there
did.
is a good moral lesson on raising children
Yep.
and managing money and everything else.
It's just he was raping people while he was doing
Well,
it too. So that's
Again, we're talking about the show. We're not talking about the person.
He did do some bad things.
yeah,
later
he
in
really
life.
did. I mean, he's pretty awful.
After he got thrown off of Dantana in Vegas, he had to get another TV show. It didn't go as well. It just didn't take off and become the big hit that
remember
he
who
hoped
that-
it would. Anybody remember Spencer for Hire?
No.
Yeah, it didn't do as well.
He was the police chief on Vegas.
He was the detective on that.
Yeah.
You remember he used to drive his Thunderbird inside
And
his
into
house?
this house and park it.
Yeah. That was what was unique about that show. Best I can remember.
Knowing that Ford was going to leak all in his living room.
It always happens, doesn't it? 1986, I was a junior in high school, and when you'd walk in the parking lot, everybody was always playing this song. I met this guy, I don't know, some 30 years ago. I was at a party in Nashville, and I was trying to get a Coke with no ice, and everybody else was drinking. I just wanted a Coke, hand me a Coke, and he was standing next to me, and he was closer to the bar, and he handed me my Coke with no ice. And as we go back to remember, Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis
Stuck
and
with
Come to
you.
Meridian.
Did he look at you like that when he turned around and handed you?
He handed
your
him
Coke?
a
He
Coke.
was like,
There you go.
I like
That was that
you.
same party that Brittany was at, and I didn't know who she was.
Did she have hair?
Brittany Spears. Yeah, she had hair. That was back when she was kind of normal, but I didn't know who she was.
Bless her heart.
And that other guy, was he from Jackson, Mississippi? A guy named Lance
Bass.
I met him that same night. Oh well. Wait a minute, there's Alan.
I know Huey Lewis in the news, but the other two I ain't got a clue.
You don't know who Britney Spears is?
Yeah,
You do.
he does.
You
He's just
probably-
closet. He's in the closet.
Yeah, no, not with that one.
As we go back to 1986, this will be on the other end of the radio dial. Got My Heart Set on You. John Conley takes the number
That's a
one
good
slot.
one. And that guy, he's still performing,
Yeah.
correct? I
With my
think I seen him on
rose-colored glasses.
the Grand Ole Opry the other night.
So would you, and let me ask this opinion-wise, and Julie, feel free to jump in here.
I'm good. I don't even know what it is, but
You know, of course, you got the old school, which told a lesson there also, and then you get into Straight Miss Emily's Picture. But would you say that Rose-Colored Glasses are backside of 30 would be his best song?
Rose-colored glasses, but I like both of them. I mean, there
I
ain't
skipped work last
Monday
Monday to drink this month's rent.
There's not a bad John Conley song in my opinion.
Straight Miss Emily's
We
Picture.
went to Jackson Fair one time. I'll never forget. Had tickets to see Brooks and Dunn, and I don't like concerts. I don't like that many people. Blah blah blah. Anyhow, go by the Budweiser Pavilion, and John Conley was playing in there. I wasn't in Brooks and Dunn 5 minutes. My wife kept saying, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm going to the Budweiser Pavilion. John Conley's playing." He's just awesome.
He is a good guy. And Busted, you remember that song?
Busted. Yep.
Had him in front of this old Chevrolet pickup truck with overalls on with the cover photo to that. I'm busted. My bills are all due.
Babies
Baby
need shoes,
shoes.
but I'm busted.
I love that song.
Cotton is down to a quarter a pound.
I'd
But
forgotten that line. We'll go back to after the monkey got lost.
I'm sorry. I ain't.
please don't let there be butter.
I'm not with you on this one.
Oh, yeah, you will be. It was a black and red Kenworth, and, well, the show ended, so we had to have a new television show.
BJ and the Bear?
BJ and the Bear ended.
But it was a black and white Kenworth.
No, it was red and white.
I meant red and white with the Aerodyne cab.
Yes, sure was. Yep.
BJ
That's what I
and
was
the
about
Bear.
to say.
I could tell that you wanted to do that.
Just right
Of
there
course,
on
he
the tip
got
of my
chased
tongue.
by Sheriff Lobo. But the show came to an end, and he had to get a new show. And this would be that Paul Reiser guy. He was in,
This
what was
is
he
one
in?
thing I didn't even watch. him.
Paul Reiser. Was it? He had a big show in the 90s. But they started this show and it bombed. Anybody remember a show called My Two Dads? It made
Stop it. Stop it. Don't.
I know it.
Let
Keep
me
it.
bite my lip.
Keep it in.
But 3 years, that's fairly good, but it didn't invite me. It
Pardon
wasn't
me
the role
while I
of,
throw up.
he wasn't the cool trucker anymore. It was
Well, yeah, you kind of threw that out the window.
it ruined his reputation. And I don't know why she had two dads. I don't remember.
Greg.
We'll just move on to the next
Yeah, look,
subject.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's it.
She hangs up the phone, and her heart starts to pound. Oh, Ricky Van Shelton done wrote a number one as we pull back to 88. Anybody remember Living Proof?
Oh.
Where she's sitting at home and he calls, and somebody calls her and lets her know her old boyfriend done made it to town, and she's just about to. She's shaking.
What happened to him? I mean, is he still
wasn't any
alive?
good.
No, that ain't what went on. He was Ricky. You got to. I respect Ricky for what he'd done. When he retired, he retired. He was at a event in Nashville, and he had a record producer come up on stage and tell him, "You're going to do this, this, and this." And Ricky looked at him and said, "No, I'm not." And he said, "You're done if you don't." Ricky turns and walks off, takes his guitar, drives off,
Really?
and into the sunset. He quit. He lived by
'Cause,
no
I mean, he
man's
was at the
rule.
top of his game.
Oh,
I mean,
I
he
know.
was really good.
It's in real life. It was like the night Alan Jackson was at the
With George
CMAs and done
Jones.
choices,
Yeah.
and turns around and walks off, gets on his bus and leaves. And I was there. A lot of people don't understand the importance of that night. They tell George Jones he cannot perform on the Country Music Association Awards because he's too old and he doesn't draw ratings. Alan, of course, being best friends with him, I remember sitting there watching it. Alan plays 3 notes of his own guitar on the guitar, stops his band, and is dead silence in there. And then he breaks into, "I've had choices."
Yeah.
And he turns around and walks out. Doesn't stay for the award show. And that's what Ricky Van Shelton done in real life.
I just wondered what happened to him because he was very popular.
Yeah.
He was at the top of his game, because we all see those that stay longer than they should.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean? But I mean, he was there one day and he wasn't the next.
We have Bobby Ewing's show back up, and also
Patrick Duffy,
and we have Suzanne Summers come together with a bunch of kids. Do y'all remember this show?
Yes.
Step by Step. It was big. I didn't watch it, but it was big. It made it to 98. You didn't watch it?
I did. I watched it.
I just remember his Mercedes convertible on
Dallas.
Yes, that was a cool car.
So was Pam's black vet.
Hey,
with her standing beside
Jock drove that Mark IV, that gray Mark IV. I bet the door on that car weighs more than a new car.
Do you know that's
does.
in a museum, that car is?
Really?
I'm not kidding. I don't think Ray Krebs' pickup truck made it.
Man, that was a car.
It was. It would be 1993. She would, and I accidentally covered this up, but I remember being at the radio station and her making her rounds of, we got an act signed to Nashville from Mississippi, and she made her way through the studio, and that's who it was, Faith Hill. She's a Wild One was released on this day. She also would. She also would fail at winning the Jimmy Rogers talent contest.
Well,
she married that guy that can't sing.
No, that was
that's
true. But she would first wreck a marriage before that.
Oh, well.
Oh, did I? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I?
Said that out loud.
Let's go back to 2011. I liked the first edition of this show, and then when they fired him, I couldn't watch it after because his brother. I'm telling you, he's weird. He was weird. And then they brought in Austin Kutcher to replace him, and I couldn't deal with it. We had to end the show with Charlie as.
Yeah.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
They made the switch.
It just wasn't neither one of them was my cup of tea.
Charlie was just way cool. Had that girl Rose that was always trying to climb the balcony.
I'm sorry. The kid, to me.
He was really funny.
He looks like Tate Reeves. He does. He looks young. I mean, he does.
A little young Tate.
He does.
Tate, well, how you feel about that? We'll see if
Well,
Tate
he
calls
looks
you.
young. I'm sorry. It was a compliment, not an insult.
That concludes our list of this day in history. We got so much more to do this morning. Won't you join us? We'll be right back. We've got a lot more to talk about. As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back. Let's take a minute and talk about these folks. They know a whole lot.
I'm sorry. At least I'm here.
They're back over there. Here's some friends of ours that do great business. Your Snowden Company. If you're looking for a home, they got so much to choose from. Here's one of the newer homes that they've just got listed there. You can click on this and go through a virtual tour of the home right from your phone. It's pretty simple there.
They'll sell your house, too.
Yes, sure will. They'll give you great comp prices. Let them come out and take a look at your home, do what they can. They'll take pictures, put it on so the world can see it. If you need your home sold, you're upsizing, downsizing, whatever the need is, see Amanda and her team. There's so many of them that'll do it. You can go right there and click on their website, and quickly it pulls up. There it is. And you can just take the entire tour of what they do. Snowden and Company, call them at 453-3937. They'll fill in the rest of the information there. Now, we had an incident last night Clark County. And this becomes pretty serious because as we broke the news on this, this is what we would get, that shots were fired down at the baseball field. One person ended up being injured. They got shot in the foot, and the police department showed up on scene along with the sheriff's department as we go to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics. Let's go to the sheriff, and I think I don't have this. Let me see if I can back this up and find where he is on this. He had a message there he wanted to pass along to everybody. Yeah, we're going to get back here. All right, here we go. We're going to pull this up and go straight to Sheriff Chancellor as what he's got to say. Here we go.
Oh, he ain't. He's in shorts.
He was not happy during that event there.
Oh, gosh.
So that's what happened in Quitman, and as he pointed out, they're coming to get you. It's over.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
He was upset. I talked to him 2 or 3 times last night, and the sheriff is tired.
These like
of it.
kids.
He's got kids as well. As he said, my kids
with
play at
guns.
this ball.
Yeah.
game.
I'll tell you what, Anthony is good as gold, great friend, the whole 9 yards, but he takes his job serious. He's going to make sure everybody's as safe as possible, and to see him get that way and be dedicated to what he's doing.
Passion.
Good
Passion
guy.
for
He
his
has got
job.
solid passion for that job. Great sheriff.
And I don't know why the volume did not come across on that. I thought I saw the meters moving on it. But what he said in that, and we'll get that and share that later, but he definitely was bent out of shape over it. And it needs to be.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes.
ball field. 7 to 8 shots were fired is what we're being told, as witnesses
Of course,
told me.
you hear all kind of different things. I actually my wife had a niece and nephews that were down there playing and said it could have been so much worse. Said it
Yeah.
looked like the guy was running and just shooting behind him. So those bullets could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that people, that's scary. That's zero regard for life.
It is.
and
Do they know who did it?
They're searching. I think they have a description. I
Okay.
haven't.
What's the
talked-
problem? It is under investigation.
There we go. That's the terminology that we have. I had a chance to go by, and I should have went in because I was in 6th grade the last time I stood on this piece of property.
So 1942.
Well, no, he was 31.
That was his graduation.
That was his senior year.
Northeast Elementary, here they are. They had the kids out yesterday. Metro Ambulance was there. As we go here, the Sheriff's Department as well. As they were showing the kids emergency service, the fire department showed up. We just want to say thank you to all of our emergency services for going out and taking time with the kids. I think Lamar also got a visit from the sheriff as that goes on this week.
That's
We
fun.
appreciate that. That
Their cute
important.
little costume.
Yeah, to teach our kids. 22nd Avenue, let's keep this in mind. They still paving up there.
22nd Avenue Heights.
Yeah. It's a little bit slower as it is out toward Clarkdale. It got red lights up there, portable ones there, making the deer kind of slow down.
I sure would like to borrow those during fireworks season. Those red lights are going to make everybody stop.
Put it up in front of your shop.
That's right.
I have friends who could probably help you out.
That's right.
Yeah.
Drag them on out. One point, we reported this yesterday morning of the accident that happened on County Road 350 near
Yes.
Highway 514 in Clark County.
Had 5 people, I think, that was involved.
As we go here to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics, here's pictures of what went on. That 4Runner got a dent or two, and then the whole side of it. And then look at the truck.
Goodness.
Holy
I
smokes.
think that's going to be a total.
Yeah. That looks to be somewhere around a 96 to a 98 Chevrolet extra cab. Why
I'm
should...
just this. It's the information the people need.
It is. I mean, there was a lot of people going, I wonder if that's a 92.
No,
we were just going to
not.
go.
That
96,
bumper's
98.
still good.
Yeah, see? It's always about parts.
Clearly.
Right more they took
I just
that
drive it until it stops driving. And
Y'all ever seen just a thing of just beauty from God?
yeah, every
that.
day.
Look at that.
Absolutely.
I think she meant that some other kind of way, Greg.
Well, I don't know. She's looking at me when she said it, but you know.
Exactly.
we want to remind you next week, this is coming up next weekend in downtown Meridian. I talked to the mayor last night. Their fall festival will begin next weekend downtown.
That's awesome.
So that's what we got going on there. They'll have Friday night for the adults, and then Saturday a fun day for the kids.
Where are you flying off to next week?
I'm actually going to be here next week, but I'm leaving. Yeah, I'll be here next week in this hour.
I just wondered.
In this
hour, in this place, I will still be in Meridian.
We also wanted to point this out. This is coming up November the 2nd. If you'd like to know how investigations work with the police department, the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations is holding a class here in Meridian, and it will only hold, I think, the first 50 people get to come. It doesn't cost anything. It's going to be held out at the Mississippi Highway Patrol office, and November the 2nd. Let me show this picture here. This is when it will take place. It's called the MAP probing, and it's building a better understanding. They will go through what they do when they arrive on scene. You can ask questions, and they're going to have full knowledge of folks there to help out with this, and they're excited about bringing that to Meridian. Meridian, one of the first places that gets this program before it's heads on. So if you'd like to know more about it, call Mississippi Highway Patrol, 601-317-7030. We'll put up some more information on that as well there. Y'all mighty quiet over there on your side of the room.
Oh, we're just in awe of your knowledge.
I only agreed to work the hour, and we're 10 minutes over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
This is overtime.
Yeah, it does reach that.
It's been a long week.
Somebody said y'all hadn't brought up Daisy yet.
Yeah, we went Monday doing this. It's been a long week.
It has been a long week.
Have you been here all week?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think
No. Just too far.
And there she is.
Too far and snaky.
This day, she was trying to figure out if that bikini would fit.
Nope.
Thought we'd go ahead. Bless you.
Bless you.
She's done got to sneezing over there.
I'm allergic to Greg.
It was his perfume, ain't it?
I know that perfume's too sweet.
That's those things that happen there. But thank y'all for coming. We got any birthdays this morning?
We do got some birthdays. Mr. President of MCC,
Really?
Tom Huebner, is having a birthday today.
I knew that guy.
So happy birthday. Jolie Umbry's having a birthday. Dylan Smith, Glenda Wilson, Frankie Breckenridge Davis has got a birthday Sunday. Bryce Henry and Reed Henry both be 13 tomorrow. And MJ Grace will be 83 years young Sunday. So happy birthday.
It has been a week full of birthdays.
We've had a long...
My sweet sister's birthday was Monday.
Did you get her any
Tina
apple
Cumberland. I'm working on getting her some apple butter.
What's her name?
Tina Cumberland. Her
Tina.
birthday was Monday. Miss Bobby Spears' birthday was Wednesday.
Yes, sir. We celebrated both of them on here.
And my sweet dear cousin's birthday, she'll turn 60 tomorrow. Teresa Johnson Nestor.
Yeah.
No one in such small statue has had such a heart that she has.
Yeah.
More.
The queen herself.
Everybody's got that one family member that no matter what's going on, you call her and she'll be there.
That's her.
It don't matter. She'll help you. Paint you. She does plumbing, electrical, house painting. She does it all. We appreciate it.
Charlotte Lyon is 13 years old today. 13, hit the big one. Responsibility just doubled.
There you go. Well, I got another question for y'all there as we go back to see if y'all can come up with the number one answer to this.
Jim Coker, 68 tomorrow. From Pat. Pat, I wonder if Miss Pat's going to cook him some
She's
pies.
feeling better. She'd been kind of under the weather. Our heart goes out to you. We hope and pray
Boy,
you
look at
feel
that
better,
birthday
Miss
that
Pat.
Yes.
just rolled in there. Boy, that's an honorary
Ruby
birthday.
Martin, 103 years old today. That is awesome. Wow, happy birthday.
All right, you two. I got another question there before before we end this. This is says we're looking for the number one. There's like 7 of these. Name something a baker might call his wife. A nickname that he might call his wife.
Something
Sugar.
Yeah.
Something in a
That's
bakery that a baker may call his wife.
Sugar.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
That's on down the
You used
list,
to make
sweetie.
Sticky buns? I don't know.
You're close. Yeah.
I don't know.
Honey buns.
Sticky
Honey
buns,
buns.
Oh,
big buns,
That's
something.
sweet.
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
sweet.
It's just too.
Oh,
Sugar dumpling cookie or something.
Just say them all till you get to one that.
yeah.
Lisa
Get a
gets called that
reaction
all the time, right?
That's right. That's right.
There you go. What kind of plans do you have this weekend?
I'm headed to Oxford. to
Hotty
see
toddy.
The big baby.
Is it a ball game this weekend?
It is, and she's agreed to have lunch with me today and let me pay for her nails. So,
Well, I bet she did.
You know, that's you only get like an hour, even when you go for the weekend.
And let me ask this, because I got real confused last night because I tried to show up because it was Thursday, and then I found out that it wasn't really Thursday. Tonight is the third.
I believe it's third Thursday tonight. Meridian
On
counts
Friday.
for which is fine. I get it. Like we're full moon on 5th. We had to move to the rails. That's the sometimes it's scheduling stuff.
Yeah, I just got confused.
Well, the Riley
yesterday.
Center had an event last night, so I bet that's why they moved.
That's it.
If I had to guess, but I don't know who's playing or anything like that. But that'll be in Dumont Plaza tonight. I think they usually start about 5.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's about right.
I'm not.
Car shows and a lot of other things are going to be going on throughout the area.
It's gonna be pretty weather too. Get out and do something. I mean,
is. And from the bottom of our hearts, we can't thank y'all enough for coming by and spending some time with us. We're going to let Odie give us a Bible verse here to wind down the show today. What do you got for us, Odie?
We're going to go to Ephesians 4, verse 29, where it says, "Let no corrupt communications proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good for the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers." Show everybody what God's done for you and talk about God's grace and what God has done and help lead them into a life that's fulfilled with God. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope you have a very safe, enjoyable weekend. Go out and take some family and go do some things that are available all weekend long. We'll be back in about 72 hours to bring in your Monday morning for the start of a new week. Until then, remember, we love you.
One last thing that I wanted to bring up from national headlines. I don't know if y'all have seen this.
Yeah, that's what an
situation.
argument. Yeah.
And if I were a betting man, I'd have to say a woman is involved in this some kind of way.
That's kind of
An argument and a woman?
Huh? In a courtroom.
The sheriff walks in and shoots the judge. Turns himself into deputies. Kentucky is where it all went down. I mean, it's got to be an argument over a woman if I were a betting man. We don't know that. That's just reading between the lines. Have you ever heard of that before?
no joke.
That's wild.
He walked up, tells him that he needs to see the judge in his chambers alone. They let him in, and then people outside start hearing the bang, bang, bang.
I mean, that's crazy.
He steps out and turns himself over. The sheriff.
He had decided it was worth it, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Mullins is the name of the judge that passed away.
Said
that's
it before, I say it again. Women will make you do some crazy things.
Yeah. Now, again, I don't have that in writing, but I'm just... Usually something like that's involved. It's every now and then you'll hear about a landline, but that seems much deeper than a landline dispute to me.
Somebody said, don't forget about Tony Sansone event Saturday or at the
It's
at the Temple
homecoming
Theater.
at the Temple Theater.
Yeah,
Well,
Temple
since
Theater.
they didn't tell me anything about it, I didn't know about it.
Well, I'm sorry.
When is it?
I don't know. It's this weekend. I don't know a whole lot about the event, but I know that they're having a big one Saturday night at the Temple.
We rarely get any information from the Temple Theater.
I'm sorry.
Rarely.
I'm sorry.
Or either that they're having a Jimmy Rogers thing downtown. I didn't get any information on that either. Imagine that. Didn't know about that.
You don't always answer your
Well, there's
phone.
over 100,000 people following you that don't know now either.
I know.
There you go.
That's what happens when we don't know. But I got no information on that. That was last week. I think they done something down there as a thank you to everybody that helped.
Oh.
You promoted it and bought tickets and everything else. Didn't you
But
buy
hey.
a sponsorship?
No, not to Jimmy Rogers.
Okay.
But no, I did help him. But I didn't hear from him. Oh, well. Imagine that.
Well, that being said, we hope everyone gets out this weekend.
Yes,
Enjoy
sir.
the pretty weather. And remember, fall's coming. I don't know the name of those plants, but they're red and they come up wild. And my grandma used to say you can always
Poinsettia?
tell. No,
Them strawberry-looking things on
You know
the
what
side
I'm
of the
talking
road?
about? They come up wild. My grandma used to say, when those you start seeing those now, son, weather's gonna change. Fall of the year's coming.
Yeah.
It's
There you
coming.
are. We do appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. And we'll see y'all back Monday. We'll be at anything that pops up to let you know what's
That we
happening.
know about.
Correct. That's the way to handle it right there.